Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Morgellons Call of the Week, the Easter Call of the Week. Happy Easter to everyone. This is our call of the week that we join every Sunday to listen to our Lord and Savior of this Morgellons disease, Richard Coons, the author of How to Get Your Life Back. Richard has designed and developed supplements to help us to get our lives back. He has provided all the tools in our toolbox to help us feel better, sleep better, and help us get our life the way it was before. Richard is an engineer. He is not a doctor. He will give us recommendations. There are a few things I'd want to go through and let you know what the guidelines are. This is normally a very structured call. First names only, no crosstalk. If you have something to say, someone go through the buddy system. The program is structured. This program is only about Richard's products and protocols that work. If you found something on Facebook, please do not bring it up here. We're only here to listen to the tried and true, which is what Richard has provided to us through the hell he's gone through and shared the tried and true with us. Now I'll turn it over to Richard.
Thank you, Sharon. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Easter. And I do want to say that the topic for the day is about how to use the electrostatic sprayer. I'm sure everyone on the call recognizes the importance of disinfecting and getting rid of these organisms. I believe last week, if I recall correctly, it was about disinfection. But let me step back a bit. There are basically 4 things that are important to do. Number 1, and without making number 1 work, the rest of them is a waste of time, in my opinion. And the number 1 thing is to make the King diet work. It is miraculous, but it is really strict, really a challenge to make work for some people because of easy, simple mistakes. For instance, no sugar on the diet, and you use only stevia. Well, turns out that many stevias that you buy have sugar in them. So it's easy to make mistakes like that. Think, well, I got it. I got stevia and it should work. And then you check the ingredients and see, well, there are dozens of different types of mistakes like that. Like, for instance, diamond salt. If you use salt is okay on the diet. Sodium chloride, potassium iodide, whichever you choose. But if you check the ingredients, you find that some of these commercial salts have sugar in them. Well, anyway, so the idea is to, first of all, make the diet work. And then simultaneously, it's important to do 2 to 3 other things. One is to recognize that you have been a walking, talking, breathing, shedding machine. So I don't know when you contracted them, whether you contracted these organisms a week ago or 15 years ago or longer. But ever since you've contracted them, they have been living, thriving in your skin, breeding, and shedding organisms from your body. That means wherever you've traveled, in your home, in your office, in your attic, in your garage, these organisms have been shedding. Well, that's okay. So they shed. Well, they're still alive. You understand? Like Collembola, they leap off of your body. Morgellons, filaments drop off of your body. And they can be anywhere in your environment. Now, even if you were to magically get rid of them out of your skin and out of your body just like that, well, as soon as you go back and lay on that couch or that spare bed in the spare bedroom, or go into your attic, you're reinfected just as quick as that. Or put on an article of clothing that you stored and hadn't effectively disinfected, you're reinfected just like that. So it's like a give and take. You give them out and then you take them back. You give them out and you take them back. And it's important to stop that cycle. And disinfecting is very important. And there are different ways. I'm going to get into that in a moment. So that's the second important thing to do. Thirdly, get them out of your skin. Clean them out of your skin. Now, for some people, your skin has been destroyed layers deep. Wait, it's important to get them out. And even the live organisms that may be in your skin, you don't want to be carrying around and shedding them. You want to get them out. And that's where the bathing and the protocols that we have, I mean, one fellow says you could use 6 cups of Epsom salts in a bath and that'll be sufficient. Well, we use our product, Nature's Gift. Now, Sharon mentioned about our products earlier. There is no need to buy anything from me or from our store to be successful in this program. I want to get that across, okay? This program is free. The protocols are free. We have in our store everything that you could possibly want to get your life back for convenience sake. And also, we have, as many people claim, the most effective products in the entire world to deal with this. So the fourth goal is to build health and immune functioning, because it is highly unlikely that you've suffered for 5 or 10 years and have not had your health compromised. So you want to build health and immune functioning naturally. Now, the challenge here is that, for instance, a multiple vitamin / mineral is the basis of any program in building immune functioning and health. Well, the problem is that there is only one multiple vitamin / mineral that I've been able to find in the entire United States that is compatible with the diet. So you can get them anywhere you want, but unfortunately, they're most likely going to feed the organisms. For instance, if you purchase a multiple vitamin and it has diglyceride in it, it's a typical common ingredient. You'll find the diet's not going to work for you. Simply not going to work. So we do have targeted supplements in our store to build health and immune functioning. Glutathione, we use that. We use garcillin, a natural antibiotic. And we use natural antifungals and things like that where it's required. So those 4 things: make the diet work, clean out your environment, and clean your skin, and build health and immune functioning to whatever degree that is affordable for you. And talking about affordability, I've been told many times that our supplements are very reasonably priced. They're not extravagant at all. Now, back to disinfection. Back in the old days, I was initially impacted by Collembola and Strongyloides back in the middle 90s. And the only tool back then that I knew of was a spray bottle like this. And it works. And some people, that's all you need. You just fill up the spray bottle. This has ammonia in it. And last week I went through the disinfection protocols. If you're going to re-wear your clothing, you invert them, you spray the inside of the clothing, you turn them right side out, you let it sit for 20 minutes. Before you go get in your automobile, because you've been shedding them there, you go outside, you spray your automobile, the chair, the floor, the console, and around, and then come back in and have breakfast, and then go out 20 minutes later after the fumes have, it's the fumes that do the work. So this is numero uno and works for many people and may be all that's required for you to get your life back. Before you go to bed, you spray your bottom sheet, and then you spray in the bottom of the top sheet and you cover it. You may have to spray other layers. It depends on to what degree you're infected or where they're at in your environment. So for instance, you just use this and spray. Well, about maybe 15 years ago, I learned of the wonderful world of ozone. And you can buy these ozone machines. You need one that generates about 7,000 milligrams an hour for every 500 square feet. Now, for instance, a 12 by 12 bedroom is 144 square feet. So one unit would handle the equivalent space of about maybe 3 of those bedrooms. So a fairly large room. And for years, that's basically how we disinfected. If it wasn't with the spray bottle, we used the ozone generators. Now, ozone generators, in my opinion, are rather cumbersome to use. Like I said, one unit for 500 square feet. If you have a much larger area, you need to run 2 units. But it's more complicated than that because you need to leave the room, you need to vacate all pets and animals from the room, and you need to close off the space, and you need to set it on timers. You run it for a half hour on, an hour off, a half hour on, an hour off, half hour on, an hour off. So you got 2.5 hours there that you need to be gone. And you can only do the number of rooms that you have enough generators for at once. So if you can't afford more than 1 or 2 generators, it could take you a whole, practically half a day just to do your home. So they're rather cumbersome that way. Many people still use them. I'm not, they're pretty good. But then a few years ago, we learned of this device. It was about maybe a year or 2 before COVID struck. We learned of the electrostatic sprayer. Now, the electrostatic sprayer has so many advantages. The time it will take you to do a room, say your bedroom, with an ozone generator is 2.5 hours. The electrostatic generator, well, even this is maybe 5 minutes. The electrostatic generator is about 15 seconds. It's that fast. So initially, the electrostatic generators that were available commercially was a brand called Victory Spray, and they were $800 a pop. Wow. So a few of you got them and used them, and they were worth every penny at that time. I mean, they're worth that much. Then along came COVID, and a company called Ryobi, they're sold through Home Depot stores, got in the act and started producing their own electrostatic sprayers. Well, the good news is the price came down, boom, to $350, just like that overnight. That's still pretty expensive. You could buy about maybe 2.5 ozone generators for that much. And the better news is that within the last year or so, they're down to like $150 as we have them in our store. And if you actually go into a Home Depot and I mean that. Now, before I go on, if you do go into a Home Depot, you may find them less expensive with or without the battery pack and so forth. And they have maybe 6 different units, and some of them are electrostatic and some of them are not. So it's a little challenge to know which one you're actually looking for and which one's in stock and so forth. There's somebody that's not muted. Please mute yourself, *6. Okay. So the price is now about what it costs to get an ozone generator. So they are very economical now. which is the incredible good news. Now, the Ryobi that we use is this one here. I have it. It's rather heavy, probably weighs about 12 or 13 pounds, maybe 15. I haven't weighed it, but that's what it looks like. And people have asked me how you use it. So when you get it, you'll get the charger. This is the charger and the battery. So the first thing you want to do is stick it in, plug it in, and when you get your little green light that stays on, that means your battery is fully charged. All right. Now, to take it out of the charger, there are like pressure clips here on both sides. You need to press it in, and you can lift it out. If you don't know to press them in, you can pull all day. It'll never come apart. So you press them in, it comes apart very easily, and then you put it into the machine like that. So, and likewise, to take it out of the sprayer, you need to press these pressure clips. All right, now there's a tank in the bottom. So the first thing we do is we release the clips. There's clips on both sides of the tank. So we take it apart. After you release the clips, it just lifts up like that. Very, very easy. Now, there's a little cap here. You take the cap off, and it's got a little tube there. So you set that aside. Now, it holds 32 ounces of water. And my favorite disinfectant is the Clean 'em Up Zymes. So to 32 ounces, you add 1 ounce of Clean 'em Up Zymes. And then you need to remember to put this back on. Otherwise, it's not going to function. You assemble it again. You just stick it on top. I do like this much better than the Victory sprayer. The Victory sprayer was a real pain to get back together. And you're ready to go. Now, we have nozzles here, and when you first fill the tank and put it together, you need to prime it. So the instructions say to prime it. To prime it, up front here, you rotate, and at the very top here is an indicator that you can see, and it will say prime. So you turn it to where it says prime. And then you take it to your sink or someplace where, because as the machine primes, it's going to be pulling up a lot of solution. It's not going to be spraying it, it's just going to be squirting it out. So you want to pull the trigger. It could take maybe 15 seconds to have the machine prime itself, in which case then you turn off you release the trigger, and you're ready to set the spray. So you can test the spray when it's ready to go. You want to turn it to the finest mist possible. Now, one additional thing is on the top here, there's a slide switch. And when you get it, it's going to be in the off position. Now, the off position means that it's just going to work like a regular sprayer. It's not going to be electrostatic. It's going to work somewhat like a directional fogger. Now, I do want to mention fogging because over the years, many people have shared with me that they've bought these expensive foggers. You know, when you buy the expensive foggers and the material that you use with it, you can, get into about $800, $900 all total. And I haven't heard anybody really have success with fogging. It's just generally a waste of time and a waste of funds. So you want to switch this, you want to slide this to where it says electrostatic. Well, it just says on. On meaning it's electrostatic. Now, what this means is, say for instance, these particles, it's going to be a fine mist come out. See that? I don't know if you can see that fine mist come out. Those particles are electrostatically charged. Now, For instance, we want to get into all the crooks and crannies that we can possibly get into, because that's where we're talking about millions of organisms throughout your home, and they may be in crooks and crannies and places that you normally. For instance, if you're dealing with Collembola and you sit at your kitchen table, these organisms are in your lower legs, your ankles, your calves. They jump off within 12 inches of wherever you're sitting. That means they can jump up under your chair. To effectively disinfect, you'd want to turn your dining room chairs, your kitchen chairs upside down and spray with this to get it. Well, the good news with the electrostatic sprayer is you don't have to turn the chair upside down. All you have to do is hold it down to the bottom area of the chair and shoot in under the chair. How it works is when I spray this device, when I spray this sprayer here, the spray is not only going to wet the front of it, but it's going to wrap around. When I say electrostatic, it means every particle coming out of the spray head is charged with a positive charge. The entire environment, everything in your environment, the floor, the walls, the furniture, you, your body, everything is negatively charged. All right? So when you go looking for electrostatic sprayers, you can go on Amazon and look there as well. You find electrostatic sprayers inexpensively, maybe only $80. But you need to read the fine print, because they may only put on a negative charge. And a negative charge spraying in a negative environment means nothing. Nothing. You need the device that puts on a positive charge. That makes it useful for us. Only a positive charge. Otherwise, it's no different than using this. No different at all. So when I spray this on the front, it wraps around and it gets wet on the back as well. That's what means, because the works like magnets. If you hold one magnet to the tail of the other magnet, plus they snap together. So what happens is the spray comes out, it actually wraps around and is attracted to the backside of this. That's what makes it electrostatic. That's what makes it effective. That's what makes it so easy to do a bedroom in less than maybe 15 seconds, 15, 20 seconds. You walk in, boom, boom, and you're done. You just aim it at the area and you walk away. It's as simple as that. So that's how the electrostatic sprayer works. And that's my favorite method of disinfection. And my favorite disinfectant in there is only Clean 'em Up Zymes. Clean 'em Up Zymes are enzymes, and they are live organisms. And how they work is whenever they come in contact with an organism like Collembola or mites, it causes them to molt and die almost instantaneously within seconds. I don't know how it works against Morgellons. I only know it does, because we have no idea at this point whether Morgellons is a mite or if it's a virus or whatever it is. Likewise, this device will also handle viruses and bacteria as well, these enzymes. So it's an all-around very effective method. Now, there are two other options that we have in the store. Like I say, the Clean 'em Up Zymes are economical. 1 ounce makes 32 ounces of solution. And this 32 ounce should do most houses. If you have like a 2-bedroom home and a living room and a kitchen, you should be able to do the whole house maybe with 2 sprays. So it's that economical. The other option is we have a chemical disinfectant. By the way, enzymes can be used on your countertops, can be used around food stuff. Clean 'em Up Zymes, you can spray them on your hands, on your body, on your skin. It's totally non-toxic, which is a tremendous advantage. The other, we have a chemical disinfectant. It's called Metaclean, and it's a chemical disinfectant. It's economical. It comes in a concentrate, and you dilute it at a ratio of 1:8. However, you're not going to be spraying it around your kitchen counter or wherever you may have food stuff or utensils or around animals. Likewise, the clean 'em up enzymes can be sprayed right onto your cat or dog in their area and whatever, and there's no problem. And then there is one. Now, you do not ever use ammonia in the device, never use bleach in the device, never use nature's gift in the device, or any essential oils in the device. The essential oils, nature's gift, will erode the gaskets and have it short-lived. And as soon as you get the device, as I understand it, there is a warranty card that you want to send in as well. And if any problems ensue, you deal directly with Ryobi, and not with us, because we do not repair them. Now, the third option is a disinfectant that we have. It's called Benefect. Benefect is based on thyme, and it is organic. You can use it around food stuff. You can use it on your, but it's ready to use, and it's probably 8 times more expensive to use it than the clean 'em up enzymes or even the Metaclean. So that concludes this portion. Sharon, have you used the do you use the electrostatic?
No, Richard, I actually have the light. We talked about the germicidal light. I got the cold lighter CTUV 25 light.
Okay.
And that works pretty good, and I use that along with the ammonia. So those are the two things that I use. And for my laundry, of course, the laundry soap.
Right. Okay. All right. That concludes this portion of the program. Welcome, everybody. This is Richard Kuhns, author of How to Get Your Life Back from Morgellons, Chronic Lyme, and Other Skin Parasites, welcoming you to our Q&A portion of the program. It's important to note that being that I am not a doctor, that before you start any of my recommendations, before you start the diet or accept any of my recommendations, that you discuss them thoroughly with your doctor to make sure they do not interfere with any health problems you're presently experiencing. Also, being that we are not medical doctors, that we are not here to diagnose. We don't diagnose. We're not trained to diagnose you, treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent any disease. What we're allowed to do is to educate you how to make the diet work, educate you how to clean the organisms out of your skin and clean them out of your environment, which is what part of the first portion of this program is about, and that was how to use the electrostatic sprayer. And we can educate you how to build health and immune functioning through targeted supplements. Okay, so we have a few people. It's Easter Sunday. Welcome, and let's get it underway. So who's first?
7436. You have unmuted yourself. So muted yourself. So you need to unmute yourself. Star 6. 7436. Ty.
Hello, how you doing, sir?
Great. And your first name and where are you from?
This is Ty. I'm from New York City.
Oh, okay, Ty. How can I help you? What would you like to ask?
I've been on here before, and it's the same thing, really. I've been working on the diet, trying to eliminate sugar and everything, but it just keeps, whatever this is on my face, and it just keeps attacking my eyes. Now it's attacking nose, mouth, ears. It's hard, you know. It's affecting me even trying to clean or even go to work because I get attacked like every minute or so. So I don't know what to do. That's the main thing. It keeps attacking my eyes. Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted. You said you have trouble making the diet work. What's the problem making the diet work?
No, I'm making the diet work, but it still keeps attacking my eyes no matter what I do. It's hard to clean. It's hard to go to work. It's hard to do anything when your eyes keep getting attacked every two minutes.
Are they in your environment? Do you see them flying? Are they flying? What kind of organism you dealing with? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. I know it's on me, because no matter where I'm at, if I'm at work, if I'm outside, it attacks. If I'm at home, it attacks. So I know it's something on me, but I'm not sure what it is.
So are you bathing 3 times a day? Well, if we're talking about your face, are you washing your face often, or what are you using to wash your face with?
I've used what have I used? I've used sulfur soap. I've used a couple other soaps I've used, but
well, after you wash your face, do you feel them right away, or does it take a while?
it takes like a while. It takes probably 5 minutes, and then it comes back.
Only 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes of relief, and that's it.
That's it.
Have you used our debriding soap? Have you used our lotions or creams?
No.
Well, I'd say that's the next thing you want to do is use our lotions and creams. But I don't know if you've actually made the diet work. How do you know the diet is working?
That's the thing. I really don't know if it's working. I've eliminated sugar and other things. I've even not eaten because I'm afraid if I eat something, it's going to get worse.
Well, what do you eat?
Eating eggs. I've eaten.
What? How do you fry your? What do you use with your eggs? How do you fry your eggs?
How do I fry my eggs?
How do you take them? How do you eat your eggs? How do you prepare them?
I scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, okay. What do you put in with them? Do you put anything in with the eggs? Any oil or anything?
Nah. You told me before use butter, but the butter with no salt.
Okay. So you use butter with no salt and you eat eggs. What else do you eat?
Broccoli. I've eaten steak, like meat, shrimp.
Okay. Any vegetables? You said broccoli, right? Anything else?
Honestly, no. I'm trying to go through the diet and see what I can cook and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Are you taking any supplements?
No. That you have? No.
No. Are you taking any supplements at all?
Only thing I've took is neem.
Neem.
That's it. Neem.
Neem oil?
Yeah, but it's a supplement. Neem, the capsules.
All right. Do you have them handy? Can you read me what the ingredients say?
I have to find it. I've been taking Abilify. Abilify from the doctor.
Okay. So I'm concerned about the neem. What else? What's the ingredients in that neem?
Leaves, soft twigs, and flowers. Other ingredients: organic vegetable, pullulan capsules. That's it.
All right. I didn't hear exactly what you said. What are? Read them to me again slowly.
Leaves.
What?
Soft twigs.
No. What? Spell neem. Okay. Neem. What else?
And leaves, soft twigs, and flowers.
Flower. Doesn't tell you what kind of flower, right?
No, it just says 20 milligrams of it.
Of flour. Well, that definitely could be a problem because we don't know what kind of flour they're using. What was the ingredient before that? Could you spell it?
Soft twigs.
Soft, S-O-F-T?
Yeah, twigs.
T-W? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all. I have no idea. Well, definitely could be a problem with the flour. Could be keeping you from making the diet work. What do you drink?
Water.
That's it. Nothing else. Water.
At this point, yes. I'm not drinking anything else because everything else has sugar in it.
Okay. Now, how are you disinfecting? You know, so far the only thing I can see as a possibility is that the neem capsules have flour, and that could keep the diet from working. Now, we need to look at your environment. What are you doing to disinfect your environment?
At this point, nothing, because every time I try to clean my environment, I get attacked in my eyes. It's hard to clean. I can't do anything.
All right. Well, there you are. You've identified it. Your environment is contaminated. You can't do anything. That's where you definitely want to look into the electrostatic sprayer, because you don't have to get, you know, you aim and point, and it does it for you. There is no way around it. As long as your environment is contaminated, you're going to have a problem. It has to be disinfected. It has to be decontaminated. This is your automobile. Wherever you work, it's probably a problem there. It's everywhere. Your kitchen, everywhere. Okay?
No, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, even if the diet's working, if your environment is contaminated and you can't get it without them attacking you, that tells me exactly what the problem is. That environment is disastrous. It has to be decontaminated. Now, you want to go listen to last week's program, because last week's program gives you kind of like details. You got to think ahead. If you're going to go in the bathroom, you got to go in the bathroom before you're going to use the bathroom and spray it and then get the hell out and then go back a few minutes later, because it's going to take them a little bit of time to die. They're not going to die instantly.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a way that it can stop from attacking my face? Is something I can do? Something I can use?
Got to get them out of the environment. And I would use our products. You know, we have a sulfur soap. We have the Nature's Gift. I can't speak to the effectiveness of these other products that you're using. Okay? All right. You know, like I said before, I don't believe that our products are greatly, they're not that expensive. They're no different than anything else that you're going to find out there. And I do ask that, you know, since I give you the program free, the diet free, this program for free, that you do support our store. I appreciate that very much. It's what keeps me here. Without your support, I couldn't be here to help you and to answer your questions or even write the book. So thank you very much. Keep coming back. Give us a full report next week, okay?
All right, no problem.
Who's next?
Jolanta 19101. You
Jolanta.
You need to unmute yourself.
Star 6, Jolanta.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, how are you today?
Okay. These parasites are doing really weird things to my body. I don't have any more breakouts or itching or scratching or anything.
Wonderful.
But my fingernails it's like they were bitten off and they stopped growing. This is about 3 months now. So it's like they're attacking me internally or something.
Well, are you using finger soaks? Are you soaking your fingers in a little, a little pot that you can put your fingers in with some Nature's Gift and some apple cider vinegar or something like that as a disinfectant? Are you doing that?
No.
Okay, I suggest you do that 2 or 3 times a day. Even as you're watching TV, get a little bowl, put in about maybe a gallon of water, add about a quarter of a cap or half a cap of Nature's Gift, put in maybe a few tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and soak them for 30-40 minutes. Okay?
And put the water in also then? Water and apple cider vinegar and divide itself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay,
a little finger soak. That's all.
And, I've been, my hair's been falling out for, a couple of years now, and it's now regrowing. And it's not, I have no bites. I went to dermatologist. They checked my scalp. My scalp is fine.
Are you feeling any itching or biting in your scalp?
Not at all.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
I don't feel any of it. But my body's breaking down somehow.
I don't know if you're not feeling any symptoms of the skin parasites. What could keep your hair from growing? I don't know. I'm not a hair expert in that regard. You might apply our MSM gel. Our MSM gel is organic sulfur, and that might help your hair grow. You may look into, we also have collagen. Well, you take that internally, but we have collagen in the store, and it might be helpful. It's good for everybody to take collagen because Morgellons depletes you of collagen and keratin. So a collagen supplement. Okay. Are you on our multiple vitamin?
No, I'm not.
That would be a good thing. I mean, we're here about building health and immune functioning. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert in hair, what makes hair grow, but I could say that it helps to have build health with multiple vitamins and collagen and things that hair needs.
Okay, and I was going to have a question about your chitosanase enzymes.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
Well, the kinase enzymes do two things that are very important. Number one, all fungal organisms have something called chitin, C-H-I-T-I-N. Chitin is likened to the building blocks of a cement wall. So what keeps the cement wall together is the mortar. If the mortar dissolves, the wall will fall over. So the kinase enzymes basically assimilate, dissolve the chitin from the fungal organism, meaning it can't grow. It's destroyed. The other thing that chitin does is, the other thing that these enzymes do is they degrade biofilm. In fact, they are actually promoted by the company more so as a biofilm defender than they are as an antifungal. So biofilm is created by all kinds of bacterial organisms as a defense from being attacked. And particularly important when we're dealing with Lyme disease. That Lyme disease, the spirochetes surround themselves with biofilm that keep the prescription antibiotics from being effective. So it does two things. It assimilates and gets rid of the chitin, the building block of all fungal organisms, and also degrades biofilm. Okay. Anything else?
Whenever I close my eyes, when I lie down or even walk around, I could see these like black things floating around me, black like dots.
You mean
they're not in my eyes? It's like I see them in my energy field.
Floaters.
I don't know how to get rid of them.
Are you talking about floaters?
No, I know that's what it sounds like, but it's like things around me rather than in, I don't know how to describe it. It
Well,
seems like they're around me.
do they affect you? Do they itch? Do they bite? Do they
Not
affect
at all.
you?
No, that's why I forget I have more gallons other than my body's breaking down.
Well, we're talking about building your body up. You're not taking anything, so you want to build your health and immune functioning. I would say if it's affordable, you want to do our Pack of Life, but at least you want to start with the vitamins and minerals, and perhaps doing the collagen, and start building health and immune functioning. Now, in terms of these things, I'd say at point maybe try to forget about them. You're focusing on them. You're always seeing them. If you're not feeling them, they're not impacting you, and they're basically what do you call it? Well, they're not affecting you. So stop paying attention to them if you can. Forget about them.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next, Chris?
Corolla 6916.
Cornelia? Hello?
You muted yourself. Unmute yourself.
Star 6.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah, I have a few questions. One is, will those clean 'em up enzymes that I'm using in my electrostatic sprayer, will they help with skin fungus?
Chris, you're the expert on the enzymes. They really don't deal with skin fungus, do they?
No, they won't
No.
help.
No, the best thing for skin fungus is apple cider vinegar, diluted or straight. It's good to use that in your bath if you're dealing with skin fungus as a disinfectant.
I am using that. Plus, I'm using the MSM gel on my hair, on my scalp, because it's on my scalp, and it's driving me batty. It just started about a week and a half ago, and it's the worst itch I've ever had in my life. Also, what about the nitenpyram, the lufenuron, and the fenben? Is that going to help with the skin fungus at all?
No, the lufenuron might, but the nitenpyram is for mites that may be living in your skin, and the fenben is for nematodes, worms, hookworms, roundworms, flatworms, all kinds of worms that are in your intestines and sometimes can get loose into your joints and under your skin to cause inflammation.
I think what happened was I had used some Vaseline on my hair and put a shower cap on, and when these things tried to get out of my scalp, I don't know if they got caught in the elastic, but it seems like that they were carrying this fungus, and because the fungus then started right after that, almost immediately, and I've been battling it ever since, and it's been rough.
It's red and burning.
Yeah. Oh, red. Yeah.
Okay. This means you need to just make sure your pillows are disinfected. If you're sitting on a couch, you make sure the back of the couch is disinfected. The clean 'em up enzymes won't do that for you in this case. You would need to use the ammonia or spray apple cider vinegar perhaps to disinfect anything where your neck is in touch with. Skin fungus has the ability, in my experience, to migrate. So it can migrate from your neck to a pillow. In your automobile, it can migrate to your headrest. And then even after you get rid of it from your neck, if you go back and you sit in the car and you lean your head back on that headrest, you'll be reinfected, just like that.
Well, so I have a question also about storage, storing things. I've been under the impression that if you sealed something up and kept it sealed up for several months, whatever it was would die because it has nothing on which to feed it. It doesn't have a host.
That's incorrect. These things will live forever. I've had them live for 10 years. After 10 years, they're still there. Even if they're sealed up, they don't care. If you're sealing anything up, it's important to have them disinfected first through your in the laundry process or through spraying, or, yeah, so you disinfect them, then you put them in a zipper lock bag, and then you put in the menthol crystals. Now with the menthol crystals, yeah, they're not going to live. They're going to die.
Okay, well, I had definitely disinfected them before. I'm talking about like pillows on the couch and this sort of thing. I sprayed them and threw them in the dryer. I mean, you can't wash them because they're the decorative type. And then I put them in bags. Where do you find these large seal-up bags? I haven't found those anywhere. Where would you find those?
I don't know. Robin is the expert on that. Anybody else on the call know where to find those large zipper lock bags? Have you looked on the internet? Amazon large zipper bags or large.
I believe Robin.
What?
Robin said that they're on. Robin said that they're on Amazon.
Yeah. Okay. Check Amazon.
I would search space bags.
Space bags. Okay. All right.
Yes, because they vacuum the oxygen, and yeah, you can go to Walmart or Amazon.
Mm-hmm. So
okay.
When you put these this ornamental type of pillowcases and things in the dryer, did you put any disinfectant in with it, ammonia or anything?
I think I sprayed it with rubbing alcohol.
No, that wouldn't work. If you put anything in a dryer, you need to run it on hot and maybe for an hour, and you need to put in ammonia and maybe even some peppermint. I used to get like a half a gallon of ammonia, and I would take a whole dropper of peppermint and add that to the ammonia, and then I would add maybe a third of a cup of that to every dryer load that I did.
Okay, and so what is the recipe then for the ionic water of life? How much water to a packet? I couldn't find that information.
Well, there is no recipe actually. You just add 1 sachet every day to whatever water that you're drinking. The most important thing is to drink only out of either glass or very heavy Lexan plastic. Do not use a container, or if you have a crock or you don't want to use an inexpensive water bottle, because this will eat right through that plastic. This is a pH of like.
I got a glass pitcher, but I'm just wondering how much water to a packet.
All right, so you fill your glass pitcher and you put in your sachet. You drink from that glass pitcher throughout the day. If you finish that pitcher before the end of the day, you fill it again and add another sachet.
And still leave the old one in?
You can leave the old one in, sure. Now, after about maybe a couple of weeks, you might want to take the old ones out, and you can put them in your bath water because they will help extract toxins from your skin, and then discard them. You can open them and put them down your sink and help clean your sink. You can open them, put them in your plants to help feed the plants.
Oh, okay, wow. Okay, so I have a heavy plastic kitchen utility spoon. Is that okay to use for stirring it?
No matter, as long as it's plastic, it doesn't matter.
Okay. And now back on the electrostatic sprayer, how long do you hold that trigger? I think that I've been overspraying because I'm going through a lot of it too quick. So I'm confused as to how long you hold that trigger down.
You move. You hold it down and you move fast. When you see that spray come out, you just keep moving. You don't spray where you already have spray. You just keep moving. Okay, you don't hold it in one position for more than not even a second. You don't hold it in a position even for a second. You squirt it and keep moving.
Oh, so I don't aim it at anything in particular. If I'm in a room, let's say the living room.
No, I mean, you could aim it under your couch and keep moving. If you could aim it under the kitchen chair, but only a second. You just aim it under the kitchen chair, pull the trigger, and release it that quick.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I think
if you see the spray, all you need to do is see the spray, and you're done.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I've been overspraying.
It doesn't help to overspray. There's no benefit.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Sure, and remember that won't take care of the fungus. If you have fungus on your in your automobile, on your backrest, on your headrest, or on your couch, that you need to treat that with ammonia or something else.
Okay, so I've been doing that. I also ended up with a prescription ointment, which I did not want because it's an antibiotic. But I was frantic. The misery was just past belief because I was trying to follow pretty much what your book said and what some of the tips were on the emails that I was getting, and it just nothing. In fact, it seemed to be getting worse. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to do something. So I had to do the ointment, and I started with it last night. And the itch is still bad, but I think it is a little better than what it was yesterday. I didn't sleep at all last night because of the itch.
Mm-hmm. So. How are you doing with the diet?
I think I'm doing well with that diet. I'm pretty strict with it. I've been sticking with it. I'm not sure if there's still something because maybe that these, I don't know if these organisms can be coming from the skin fungus too, because it seemed like last night when the skin fungus got so bad, it felt to me as though that there were things hatching on me. So I took a nitenpyram, and I had already taken the lufenuron, and I started with the fenben last night too. I ordered some of that, but I'm still feeling like I'm having too much movement, and I don't know what it is because I'm not taking any supplements. I dropped all the supplements except what I've gotten from you. I'm not cheating on anything. I gave up caffeine. I gave up coffee, which was, boy, that was a challenge. So I think I'm doing well with it.
Okay, great. Maybe you adjust your thinking. Instead of thinking you gave it up, think you let it go, because we've been taught ever since we're youngsters not to give things up. It's not good. You don't want to give up anything.
Yeah.
So you let it go. You let it go. Okay. All right. Thank you. Keep coming back. We're here to support you, and I'm sure we'll figure it out. The key is when the skin fungus is really interesting. It burns. It's red, and it feels sometimes like it's biting you. In the bite, it can feel like it bites you really deep. The difference between skin fungus and Collembola is that if you get a bite from Collembola, that bite doesn't move. It's at that same location, at the same position, until you get rid of it with nature's gift or something to destroy it. With skin fungus, on the other hand, that bite can be here at one moment on your neck, and then a few moments later you'll feel it elsewhere, that like it moved. It's not stationary. So that's a way of telling whether the biting is from skin fungus or from Collembola, for instance.
Does Collembola carry fungus?
I would think it probably could. I don't know. I know that skin fungus can happen very easy from spores. It can happen from maybe lack of disinfecting. I experienced it because my jacuzzi was circulating, and I didn't realize that the jets had to be disinfected. So it accumulates. It doesn't mean that. It can be there, but it takes a while sometimes for it to grow, to accumulate. but I don't think it's carried by Collembola. I don't believe so. But I don't know.
I wish I knew where this came from because it came out of the blue.
Yep, it will come out of the blue. And oftentimes it happens because the disinfectant you're using may be too strong and causing your skin to be raw and more susceptible to something like skin fungus. Well,
actually, the truth be told, I had used some of the debriding soap, and then I had also used some peppermint. I put some peppermint in the bath water in the soak, and I wonder if maybe that might have been too much. Because I'll just lay it back in the water with my scalp.
Well, it's hard to say because peppermint oil floats on top generally, unless you mix it with a nature's gift before you put it in the bath.
I do. Yeah.
And some people are very sensitive to peppermint. We recommend up to 20 drops in your bath, but some people can't tolerate more than 5, if at all. It can have that effect.
Okay.
We're all different.
Well, yeah, for whatever reason, I'm battling this, and I'm hoping that I come out on top because this is bad.
So you also want to disinfect that area in the tub where you lean back. You want to make sure that's disinfected with ammonia. Okay. All righty. Okay.
Well,
thank you. You're welcome. Glad to be here for you. Happy Easter. Who's next?
We are done, Richard.
Okay, that's fantastic. We are finished on Easter. I want to thank everybody for sharing Easter with me, and Sharon and Chris, and love you all. Keep coming back. We normally would go into a stress management, but I think today being Easter, we're going to conclude early and go to our festivities. So thank you all. Love you all. Keep coming back.